My project title is Development of Neuromonitor Device and Analyze EEG Signal for Basic Brain Waves. Presentation flow would be this: analysis. Project overview. I am developing Neuromonitor ambulatory EEG device, which is one of the wearable devices. Miniature and lightweight in size, which has 2 channels. Wirelessly, it transmits the data using Bluetooth. My project objective is to populate this Neuromonitor board, test the device for required EEG data, and analyze it. This is what is the capturing data setup or data capturing setup. Bluetooth transmitter receives the data from the subject, transmits wirelessly, and on console side it receives and stores for further analysis. Hardware. Main components which are soldered are piece of Bluetooth and other devices as mentioned. So this is what is the populated board as shown. This is the top layer, and this one is the bottom one. I would like to discuss some problems which I faced. First, I couldn't program the PSOC initially. So I had to change the PSOC device and soldered it manually, which is 68 pins and very minute. But successfully I could solder and program it as well. Before discussing the second problem, let me explain the test setup, which includes 3 instruments: function generator to generate 2 millivolt sine wave, power supply of 3.3 volt, and oscilloscope for the output. After doing this test setup, when I checked the output on my board, I could see that even though I applied same input to both channel 1 and channel 2, the outputs were not same on both of them. So to find out the solution, I had to debug the whole analog trend. On schematic, they are mentioned as the yellow dots. And after vigorous effort, I could see that the C3 capacitor was faulty, and I changed that component as shown on the position on board. Finally, I could get the same outputs on both the channels. So then I thought to verify my device with the reference device, which is already tested okay. By applying 2 milliwatt from the function generator, this is the oscilloscope, and this is what is that reference device, which is already tested for proper functioning. So I'm testing right now at the final output stage when I'm applying 2 millivolt of sine wave. And I can see the output as 2.9 volts for channel 1. And for channel 2, it was 3.56 volts. So this is from the reference board. Now I would like to test my board with the same setup, with the same input of 2 millivolt sine wave. And now I am measuring at the final amplification stage at channel 1. And the received output was 3.34 volts for channel 1, and for channel 2 it was same 3.36 volts. So this verifies my device. So the next step was data transmission and reception. Transmission is on the on-chip Bluetooth, which sends the data with a speed of 115.2 kbps. The whole one buffer is of 534 bytes, including header. Data are received on MATLAB code. This is the acquisition panel. So here is the actual data capturing setup. That's the power supply, which is given to the board, neuromonitor board. The electrodes are connected with the subject, and on the right hand side there is the console where the data capturing software runs. So here basically I had given total 3 tasks: 1, relaxation; 2, math work; and 3rd again the relaxation. Each were about duration of 2 to 3 minutes, so that I can differentiate between alpha, beta, and theta waves. And when the data are being captured on the console, the iterations will keep on increasing and it would store on hard disk for further analysis purpose. So for that, I have developed the algorithm. These data captured, I'll receive and separate for channel 1 and channel 2. I'll find out the PSD, that is power spectral density for each data, and will separate beta, alpha, and theta waves. For that, this particular code separates channel 1 and channel 2 as said, converts them to microvolt and saves as CSV files. Those CSV files are being read in this particular pwelch function, and this pwelch function is inbuilt to MATLAB, which calculates the power spectral density at each frequency. And I'm separating these PSD for respective bands for beta, alpha, and theta, and calculating the mean PSD. My data capture were pretty noisy, so the FFT of the captured data is as shown. This is the alpha PSD, beta PSD, theta PSD. And here I am comparing the powers for each task 1, 2, and 3, relax, math, and relax. At least I can say that beta power was getting increased during math work, but as data were pretty noisy, I cannot say anything about alpha and theta at this level. So to conclude my project, I could develop the Neuromonitor board successfully, could capture the data, and analysis part is also okay. But to analyze in precisely more number of subjects with differentiable tasks are required. Here I would like to thank Ruhi and other lab mates for their technical support, and special thanks to my husband for being subject for this particular project. Thank you so much.